Item number SCP-511, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. When instance of 511 is identified, the affected residents shall be quarantined and will receive the next sequential site designation. Except in one main entrance, sites hosting 511 will have all points of possible entry or exit permanently sealed with appropriate building materials. The main entrance will remain locked at all times. Entry is permitted to Foundation personnel with written authorization from Level 3 or higher. All SCP-511 sites will be equipped with remote monitoring equipment, allowing for 24-hour surveillance and a continual tracking of the numbers of SCP-501-1 inhabiting the site. At all times, 1 Class D personnel will be resident in the site. Personnel with this assignment are exempted from monthly termination for the duration of the assignment. Candidates for this assignment shall be exclusively drawn from a population of post-menopausal women with a global clinical dementia rating of 2 or greater. Note, due to the exclusive nature of this population, 05-blank has approved recruiting from local hospice and/or nursing homes if necessary. Reference Incident I-501-11. The population of SCP-511-1 within a site must remain within an optimal range of 50 to blank individuals. Below this range, adult Felis domesticus shall be introduced to the site to increase population to minimum levels. If population exceeds blank individuals, it must be culled immediately. Any SCP-501-1 found outside the containment site shall be euthanized and the remains incinerated. Any biological material leaving the containment site for testing will be handled in accordance with standard protocols for a Level 4 biohazard. All specimens are incinerated after testing is complete. Before coming in contact with any material from the containment site, personnel must be inoculated for influenza, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, blank, tetanus, tick-borne encephalitis, and blank. Full medical workups are mandatory on a bi-weekly basis for personnel working with SCP-511. Description: Instances of SCP-511 typically occur within residential structures with a block or stone foundation that includes a basement or crawl space. All attempts to remove an instance of SCP-511 from a residence have proved ineffective. Reference Interview 511-A. SCP-511 is always found associated with a colony of feral Felis domesticus, common domestic cats. Members of this colony are designated SCP-501-1. SCP-501 is a mass of biological matter taking the form of a large feline, often with extra limbs, eyes, mouths, or other organs. It is typically coated with dirt, blood, and fecal matter, making its fur appear black despite its actual coloring. Tests have shown SCP-501's fur is actually be a random patchwork of various feline coat patterns, colors, and lengths. SCP-501's mass varies from 10 kilograms to 50 kilograms, roughly in proportion to the number of SCP-501-1 in the associated colony. The tissue that makes up this mass consists primarily of the bodies of deceased SCP-501-1. The portion of SCP-501 that does not comprise of SCP-501-1 consists of other biomass, small rodents, various plant materials, insects, and insect larvae, black mold, a human blank. Incorporation of dead tissue into SCP-501 does not appear to slow the normal process of decay. Different areas of SCP-501 undergo different stages of biodegradation at any time. Some areas show little more than lividity, while other areas may show active current insect infestation, and some areas may even show liquefaction of tissues. Note: researchers have described SCP-501 making a purring sound. Tests have shown the sound does not originate with SCP-501, but is actually the sound of insects, most often low flies, trapped within its mass. Dr. A. Blank. SCP-501 prefers to inhabit dank spaces with a relatively high humidity, such as old basements and crawl spaces. It will continually scavenge its immediate area for new biomass to incorporate into itself, displacing and expelling matter that has decayed past mechanical usefulness. Examples of SCP-501-1 resemble ordinary Felis domesticus that have undergone extreme neglect. They display a body condition score of 2 or 1 regardless of the amount of food available. Ulcerated skin is common, as are parasitic infestations, tumors, and various viral and bacterial infections. SCP-501-1 are known carriers of a particularly virulent strain of blank. A typical SCP-501-1 shows no interest in grooming itself and has patchy and matted fur. It is unclear to what extent the physical condition of an SCP-501-1 is a result of the influence of SCP-501, and to what extent it is due to suboptimal living conditions. Several observations have been made of an SCP-501-1 retrieving biomass from elsewhere and bringing it to SCP-501 to be incorporated. The following addendum is within the file.